Hello, friends. I'm John Sarnson, and I chose scenic designer, but actually, what I meant was scenic painter to be more focused more on the art or the fine art craft to the design. So, when thinking about a typical day for a scenic designer, we would usually start our day early to get maximize things like daylight, take advantage of those early hours. Then want to basically review the plans, the sketches, blueprints provided by the scenic designer, who's usually ahead of the painters, and to help them understand the direction, the concept, or the vision for this specific design. Next, you'd probably want to gather the materials that would be needed for a particular painting, whether you're painting, for example, a backdrop for a particular play, production, musical. You might want to gather your sponges, your brushes, your rollers, having all of the tools at your disposal. Probably around the mid-morning of the day of a particular working day for a scenic painter, you want to apply those coats of paint to those large areas. These might involve using rollers or sprays. It's also a time for that detailed work that's going to be happening as the painter begins working in maybe detailed areas, including textures, highlights, shadows that may be needed. It's also a time for dry brushing, stenciling, that kind of thing. Usually, like with all jobs, there's a lunch break. A quick lunch break allows the painters or painter to rest, refresh, and regroup. The afternoon's probably meant for collaboration and adjustments in the design. Maybe there's a discussion on special effects that will have to be created or that's required. For instance, distressing, creating a look of marble or wood, which is common, or brick, which is common too in a lot of these backdrops, especially when we're talking about community theater or semi-professional productions. And the afternoons too might be devoted to layering and detailing, continuing with that process. Late afternoon would probably be meant for touch-ups and inspecting the work that's been done, or maybe there's more additional details required or to be polished up. There's a time for cleanup. Of course, no one likes to be left with messy paintbrushes and tools for the next day. With any job, there's going to be documentation. You're going to be taking photographs, notes, recording the process of the day's work, and then probably wrapping up with meetings, having a follow-up meeting with the production team, discussing where things are going, upcoming tasks maybe for the next day, or changes that the director or the scenic designer who has the concept may want to make changes. And then that's basically the day in the life of a scenic painter. And there is creativity in it, because you have to bring forth that vision of the the designer's concept. When we talk about scenic painters in particular, along with their set of skills, having the ability to work with other people, that's really crucial in an intense environment to try to bring forth a creative vision in a theatrical production. So basically, that is the day in the life of a scenic painter. Thank you.